Developing people is a lot like gardening. Sometimes you can get instant results and sometimes it takes a lot longer. So last week we had lots of feedback come in from different work that we've done, and what was fascinating was the timeline of it. So for example, in a coaching session, the guy I was working with said unprompted, this is really working for me. And that was because it's just that space to think differently, to join the dots, think strategically. And he's clearly getting a lot from it. So that was fantastic, and it was immediate. A bit like buying the beautiful plant from the garden centre and putting it into the ground or in a pot, instant results. But we also had some emails come in from a programme we'd run the week before, and I was particularly pleased that a delegate said it was time well spent, and in a busy, fast-paced consultancy environment which they're in, that really matters. So that sort of took about a week to come in. But what was really interesting was a message that I got one evening from somebody I'd worked with years ago, and it was to say thank you for supporting him and the development that he'd had, and he talked about some recent success which was amazing. And then when I stopped to think about it, I think it was something like 12 years ago that he came through a program. So how fantastic is that? It's a bit like the roses here. I planted them a long time ago, and it's taken years for them to really come into all their glory. So just because you haven't heard feedback doesn't mean to say it's not out there, that it's not coming. So keep going, keep developing people, keep supporting. It really does make a difference.